you said, Keith, maybe we should study some more again. And I'm telling you, at that point, everything changed. At the moment that you said that, I got a phone call from someone who called to challenge me about why I was studying the Hebrew Gospel of Matthew in the Red Letter series, the words of Yeshua, and they were angry. And they literally, back and forth, back and forth. At the time I'm having that argument, you call and say, should we continue study together? Then I hear about something I want to share with people right now. This is significant.
Okay.
There was a shipwreck, Nehemia.
Shipwreck.
Off the coast of Namibia in South Africa. We were in South Africa. Right next to South Africa is a country called Namibia. I've actually been there. I've actually been to this place at the coast of Namibia. Beautiful. And a diamond mine. There was a lagoon that they created, and they're searching for their diamonds.
What do you mean, they create like a man-made lagoon?
Lagoon, yes.
Wow.
And as a result of looking for their diamonds, they see something that's out of place. What do they see? They see metal, and they see wood, and they see other things, and they call an archaeologist. They say, hey, listen, we're finding something that aren't diamonds. The archaeologist comes and says, oh my goodness, this looks like something from the 15th, 16th century. They stop the diamond mining.
Wow.
They call the owner of the diamond mine, says we need 2 weeks. Give us 2 weeks to dig in this area. He says, okay. Gives them 2 weeks. They pull water out, et cetera, et cetera. Nehemia, they find a sunken ship.
Wow.
And in the sunken ship, they found a number of things. One thing, $13 million of Portuguese gold coins.
Wow.
Tusks of elephants. Wood, but they also found something else that are called copper ingots.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a copper ingot?
I have.
Do you know what that is?
I do.
What's a copper ingot?
So an ingot is where you smelt metal and then you prepare it to be used in let's say cast or forged into something else. So you prepare it as an ingot. And actually in biblical Hebrew, it's called a tongue because it's shaped like this kind of elongated thing. And like, for example, when it says that Abraham bought the Marata Machpelah, the cave of Machpelah in Hebron, from Ephron the Hittite, he paid him 400 shekels of silver. Well, that wasn't 400 coins, right? Because they didn't have coins. Coins were invented something around like 700 BC. This is over 1,000 years before that. So it was ingots of silver that he weighed out, and 400 shekels was a weight. It's like saying 400 pounds or 400 kilos, right? And they weighed out these ingots. That was the way that they would transport like units of silver or gold or in this case copper.
So they find
basically the raw material they use for smelting. And
44,000 pounds of copper ingots in this boat.
wow.
The archaeologists come, everything stops. They find the gold, they find the ingots, they find the tusks, they find it all. Now, for the name of this ship, Portuguese ship in 1550 so that was lost off the coast of Namibia on its way to India.
Yeah.
Obam Jesus.
Obam.
The good Jesus. That was the name of the boat.
Really?
They say, now I need to read this. This is from the Red Letter series, Nehemia. This is from the Red Letter series.
On BFAinternational.com.
Free member. You can go all the way through episode 18. It says this. As one of the archaeologists said, in other words, why were they able to preserve what was on this ship? As one of the archaeologists said, marine organisms may like wood, leather book covers, peach pips, jute sacking, and leather shoes. But copper really puts them off their food. So a lot of stuff survived the 500 years at the bottom of the sea, which should have not been done. All this adds up to an extremely unusual situation, which led to truly excellent preservation, of a unique site. Now, I put the article in there. I let the people go there. They're going to read it.
So basically, what I'm understanding is copper has some kind of maybe antibacterial effect.
Yeah, they don't like the
copper.
And
it preserved everything around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's things.
Because I was thinking, all that copper they found, boy, I bet they wish that was gold.
No.
But you're saying the copper actually preserved it.
Copper preserved it. Now,
okay.
The Hebrew Gospel of Matthew. As I'm arguing with someone saying, why are you studying that manuscript? I'm thinking about the Jewish scribes that were the copper. Okay. I'm thinking about a couple of the Christian scribes that were the copper. That, in other words, that copper kept all of the ability to want to destroy. They were the preservation. Nehemia, let me say something. You are the copper.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
I want to be the gold.
No, I'm the gold, actually. Okay, I got to be the gold.
Fair enough.
No, I'm just kidding. Nehemia, what this process has done and shown to me is that I have struggled. People have yelled at me. They have cussed at me. They've said, Keith, you're going to be converted. They'll be back and forth and back and forth. I will not give up the opportunity to study with you. I believe you are a scholar of scholars. I believe you're a genius. You're a walking encyclopedia. I am honored every time from the time I've met you to this point. But I've had an agenda.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I have had an agenda.
Here we go.
Here it comes. There's always got to be something under this. What I've wanted to have happen is for that copper that has preserved the good Jesus, the one, the Yeshua, the one that's teaching that you and I have been blessed by.
That was the name of the boat. You see what he did there? Okay. Nice.
The name of the boat was the good Jesus.
Right. Okay.
And here's what I've struggled with what I've struggled in my past, is that people have taken the good Jesus and made all sorts of theological rules and regulations and gymnastics so that when I sit down with you, if I just take my English Bible and I've got my evangelism in my mind, I miss the opportunity to get to the gold, to the pearls. And what you and I have done, Nehemia, for 50 episodes, is to give people a chance to see language, history, and context. Now, I don't know whether it's going to continue or not, but I want to tell you, my agenda has been for the world to see what I've experienced with you for 20 years. I kept saying to myself, how are we ever going to get this guy? How am I ever going to get this guy? And I thought, man, I got the pandemic. The pandemic finally slowed you down enough so we could show others what you and I have done. I think I'm the most blessed man of all. Conversion? What are you talking about conversion? You and I walking together, Jew and Gentile, studying the words of Yeshua in the original language, history, and context, it doesn't get any better.